y voy a poner el tiempo para que puedas comenzar. ¿Ok? Adelante, Luis.
Hi everyone, my name is Luis Enrique Marquez Luevanos, and today I'm going to talk about my journey through Prepa Tech, my experience overall, but focusing on the knowledge I acquired and all the competencies I gained. Today I am a sixth semester student who is just a few weeks away from graduating, but I was once a young, inexperienced guy with the aspiration of going to high school at Prepa Tech. Not only did I fulfill my dream, but I also did it in an outstanding fashion by having the second best score on the admissions test and therefore the second best scholarship. This was just the first highlight of my high school years, but that's something I'm going to talk about later on. As I finish this stage of my life and I look back at all the experiences and learnings that I acquired throughout these past 3 years, I think it's only right to also look ahead to what's coming for me in the years to come. Starting next fall, I'm going to study architecture at Tec de Monterrey through the entrance track of creative studies. I chose architecture because I think it is a profession that allows you to let your imagination fly. It's about shaping the world that surrounds us by experimenting with new shapes, textures, and materials, and that's something that triggers my interest. I believe that two of the most important competencies needed to thrive in the field of architecture are collaboration and creativity. Fortunately, those were the exact same competencies that I most developed during high school. Let's start with collaboration. I think this competence might be the most common among students at Prepa Tech, since we are constantly put into situations that make us work with others. In my particular case, I'm going to talk about two situations that actually happened outside the classroom. The first one is related to basketball. I was part of the representative team of basketball for 3 semesters, and that experience gave me a full set of social skills like collaboration and communication that enriched my high school experience. The second one is rather academic. In third semester, I enrolled in an advanced programming class with the main objective of building a robot for an international competition, and so did we. I, along with 3 other people, formed a team and created a robot that not only passed the regional stage of the World Robotics Contest, but also managed to be in the top 50 in the national stage. None of us had previous experience in programming or building robots, and yet we managed to get a pretty decent result out of our opportunity. The second competence I'm going to talk about is creativity and innovation. The two examples that I'm going to mention below after were not given in a classroom either. The first example of this competence happened a year and a half ago in China. I was in Shanghai in an exchange program that centered around the creation of a business model of an app of our creation. My team and I came up with the idea of an app that provided a matchmaking service for musicians and allowed real-time collaboration on audio files for users to be able to edit the same track at the same time, but from different parts of the world. Another project that required my creativity was our proposal for the Reto Tech post-COVID, which was a competition carried out by Tech that encouraged students to provide solutions for the country's adaptation to the pandemic. What we proposed was an online learning platform alongside an unlimited data plan for learning purposes. Unfortunately, this project never came to be because we were not selected as winners. Regarding the elements of intercultural effectiveness, I think the one that I most developed was world orientation, which measures their interest in other cultures. And I definitely boosted my interest during high school. One particular experience that helped me develop this competence was the summer I spent in Shanghai. It was my first time in Asia, and the cultural shock was definitely noticeable. But as the days passed, I really began to feel at home. This experience awakened my interest in Chinese culture and made me appreciate everything related to it. Throughout high school, I've met lots of people that have made my days not only inspiring but also funny. Even though half of it was spent behind the screen, I think the other half was quite memorable. I'm grateful for the moments and all the memories and I definitely look forward to the next step in my life.
Muy bien, muchas gracias, Luis. Anaitza, adelante.
Muchas gracias, Nilsa. Una pregunta rápida. ¿Cuál fue el momento más frustrante o más emocionante, si queremos ver, que viviste en tu preparatoria? ¿Cómo lo usaste a tu favor?
Más frustrante probablemente mi primer examen final de pre-AP. Sí, estudié, no voy a mentir, sí estudié como una semana para ese examen y al final sí obtuve el resultado que quería y pues sí, yo creo que eso.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Ana. Gracias, Luis. Luis, ¿quieren agregar algo tus papás? ¿Algún comentario?
Hola, buenas tardes. Somos
Buenas tardes.
papás de Luis. Y pues digo, a él solamente pues manifestarle que como siempre estamos muy orgullosos de él, de ver su crecimiento y pues a los presentes y a los que no están, agradecerles porque sin duda alguna ustedes formaron parte de ese crecimiento y pues eso siempre se va a agradecer y los vamos a llevar a todos en el corazón. Gracias. No sé si tú quieres.
Nada, muchas gracias y muy orgulloso de ti, Luis, y muchas gracias al TEC y a todos sus compañeros. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, señor Luis y señora Betsy. Gracias por su comentario. Con esto vamos dando el cierre a nuestra tarde y a nuestras presentaciones.